The best foods in the world are the ones with great texture. The best foods in the world, in my opinion, are made great by their texture. Today, I'm going to tell you my 3 favorite foods and explain what I like about the texture. I'll be going over why steak tartare, thin crust pizza, and red bean mochi are my 3 favorite foods, in that order. First, we'll start with my third favorite, steak tartare. Steak tartare is French cuisine and is prepared by finely mincing raw beef and adding pickled vegetables, herbs, Worcestershire sauce, capers, and more. It is traditionally served with raw egg on top. It has a wonderful beefy taste with spices that complement it well. But the kicker here is the smooth texture, unlike any other land meat, which makes sense because it is typically taboo to eat raw meat other than fish. And this has a much smoother texture than fish. Next, we'll talk about my second favorite, thin crust pizza. In my experience, pizza is a common favorite among most people. Today, pizza comes in so many different varieties of toppings, preparations, and flavors that there's typically a type of pizza for everybody. For those who appreciate crunchy-based textures, thin crust pizza is a must. The base of thin crust pizza is typically crunchy with a soggy, flavor-rich overhead with sauces, cheese, meat, and or whatever toppings you prefer. The crunchy base with the soggy top is what I appreciate about it. Plus, it's less filling than traditional pizza, which has its own set of benefits. Lastly, my absolute favorite is red bean mochi. Mochi is a traditional Japanese food that has become increasingly westernized in recent years, with non-traditional varieties available in many cities in the U.S. Mochi is a variety of steamed, sticky rice cakes, often with water, sugar, and or cornstarch added, typically encompassing a filling. The most traditional mochi, my favorite, is daifuku mochi. Daifuku mochi is traditionally filled with enko, which is sweetened red bean paste. The chewy, sweet steamed rice casing is so satisfying and tasty. It almost has the character of thinly sliced gelatin. Enko complements it well with its thick, pasty consistency. The flavor itself is slightly sweet, but rather neutral, which allows one to appreciate the soft, chewy texture. Today, we've gone over my personal 3 favorite foods and reviewed their texture's best qualities. The main points we've gone over were steak tartare's smooth texture, thin crust pizza's crunchy base with soggy overhead, and red bean mochi's soft, chewy texture. At the end of the day, a satisfying life must include a variety of indulgences. If you are looking for a recommendation for dinner tonight or want to try something new, maybe consider these wonderfully textured suggestions.